You ready? I'm ready. Set the warp.
Good morning, you guys. V here. This is Retro Rewind, Days of Old. We talk retro games, and I'm by myself today. It's okay. We're doing a solo. It happens from time to time. But we are on the last fucking game of season 1 of Retro Rewind, Days of Old. 7 games in. Can't believe it. I remember when this was just a fucking idea, and now we're 7 games in, and we're about to finish season 1 with the big one. We're going to be talking some Silent Hill Origins. Came out for PlayStation Portable, PSP, and PlayStation 2 shortly after it got ported. And it's so sick. But before we get into it, if you want to check out the aftermath of Eternal Darkness that we just finished for Nintendo GameCube, that aftermath released yesterday at 5 a.m. where just talk about how the stream went, favorite things about it, and so on and so forth. It was a pretty good game. I gotta say, it was a little slow at first, but it grew on me. But Silent Hill Origins, what can I say about this? So I remember playing it on the PSP originally. So that's how I started this game. I played it on the PSP. I remember getting to a part where you're doing a puzzle with these 4 dolls, but I can never get past it. And then my PSP ended up breaking, so I didn't get to finish the game. And I ended up getting it for the PS2 at the time, but it was a rental, so I couldn't keep it long enough to beat it. And to this day, I haven't beaten it. So with that said, I'm extremely excited to stream it live this Thursday coming. So in 2 days, because it's Tuesday right now. So in 2 days, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be starting Silent Hill Origins over on Twitch. You can find all the important links down in the podcast description. But yeah, so like I said, what I remember about this game is that 4 doll puzzle. I remember the beginning, right, where Travis is driving in his truck and he sees that ghost girl on the street, and he fucking slams on the brakes, and then he ends up walking into Silent Hill, and he goes into the burning house and saves what looks like Alessa. I think that's what they still call her in the game. But that's pretty much all I remember. And I think you go in and out of the Silent Hill world through the mirrors. I think that's how you did it in this game. But for some history on it, it came out for PlayStation Portable, so PSP, in North America November 6th, 2007. In Europe, November 16th, 2007. In Australia, November 30th, in 2007. In Japan, in December 6th, 2007. But then it got ported and re-released on PlayStation 2 March 4th of 2008. In North America. In Europe, it was May 16th, 2008, and in Australia, it was May 23rd of 2008. It is considered, as everybody knows, a survival horror game, and the publisher is Konami. Absolutely loved this series. I played the first one, the second one, the third one, Homecoming, Downpour. Downpour was another one I never got to beat. This one, I'm excited for the remake of Silent Hill 2. I'm fucking pre-ordering that shit. So excited for that. But the gameplay. So let's talk some gameplay. I'm going to read some things here off of Wikipedia. So the gameplay is a lot like the other ones. The only thing different with this one that I remember is that Travis will literally fist fight these monsters. With like Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, you needed a weapon. I don't think they just swung their fist. The objective of Silent Hill Origins is to guide player character Travis Grady as he searches the monster-filled town of Silent Hill for information about a girl he rescued from a burning house. The game uses a third-person perspective, which it alternates with fixed camera angles following the gameplay formula of previous Silent Hill games. Origins primarily revolves around combat, exploration, and puzzle solving. Typical gameplay of Origins consistent of alternating between reality and its darker and diplomated counterpart, the Otherworld. To obtain keys and objects needed to solve a riddle, Travis carries a flashlight and indicates the direction of a nearby usable item, while his portable radio alerts the player to the presence of nearby monsters by emanating static. So just like the other ones, they implemented the radio as well. But yeah, I think the only major difference, in my opinion, for the combat is that Travis will literally throw hands. He'll punch the fucking shit out of a Silent Hill nurse. Where in like Silent Hill 2 and like I said, Silent Hill 3, I'm pretty sure you needed some sort of weapon. The game was developed by Climax Action and published by Konami Digital Entertainment, and it was released worldwide in late 2007 for PSP, beginning in early November with the United Kingdom. A port for the PlayStation 2 was released worldwide in early 2008. Origins is a prequel. I know this much. It's a prequel of the first game that got released on PlayStation 1 in 1999. That's another fucking good one that we're going to end up getting into. We're probably going to end up touching base on all relevant Silent Hill games that were released from 2008 back. Because they're such good games. The series is fantastic in my opinion. And I was really upset when they canceled Silent Hills with Norman Reedus. When they ended up releasing that PT playable teaser on PlayStation 4. I fucking loved that so much. So settings and characters. I'm reading this off Wikipedia right now. A prequel to the first Silent Hill installment, Silent Hill Origins takes place several years before the events of the first game. Origins is set in the in the infamous, foggy, and rural small town located in the northeastern United States. The town is characterized by the Otherworld, a supernatural location periodically encountered by the protagonists of the series, most frequently assuming the form of the town. The Otherworld causes the characters to experience delusions and various symbols from their unconscious. So, as everybody knows, Silent Hill games are psychologically mind-boggling when it comes to how things are done, how things look, how things betray themselves, and anything like this. And I also heard that in the other world, or the Silent Hill world, as some people would call it, it depicts the protagonist, right? So, for example, Silent Hill 2, with James looking for his dead wife, the things that he sees, the things that he encounters, it depicts like the delusioned psychological things that he had done, or thinks, or fears and stuff like that. So it's really cool in that manner. As far as scoring, Metacritic scored the game for PSP as a 78 out of 100, and PS2 was 70 out of 100. I'm not sure if there was a major difference between PS2 and PSP. I didn't feel that it was much of a difference. The highest score the PSP version got was a 4.5 out of 5. So that's really fucking good. That was given by GamePro. IGN gave PSP an 8 out of 10 and PS2 a 7 out of 10. I don't understand why the PS2 is lower. Like I said, I really didn't see a big difference to drop it. Maybe it just Maybe it played differently for some people. In Japan, the game is known as Silent Hill Zero, which makes sense. It really would be no difference than when they made like Resident Evil Zero for GameCube. Most people take Origins as a zero anyway, so it makes perfectly normal sense. Normal sense. That makes that I suck at this. This is horrible. But yeah, that's what I remember. And we're gonna be I'm gonna be streaming it live. I say, you know what? We are me, my mod crew, the chat. We are fucking streaming this all this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is going to be absolutely fucking amazing. I can't wait to play this game. I've waited this whole fucking season because it was the last game of the season, and then yeah, then we can get into season 2, which we got a 4-game list on that, and there's some heavy hitters in there. There's some heavy hitters in there, and I can't wait. If you want to catch the video version of this podcast, you can go check it out over on the Project Returns, which is the YouTube channel that I do with my best friend Zed. We have the Project Race over there and some let's play, some reaction videos and whatnot. This has been transferred over to that channel due to the fact that it is a sister channel to that one. And yeah, you can catch the video version. We just kind of see some gameplay while I talk about it a bit. You can also catch us over on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and I believe YouTube Music as well, because they now have that new podcast section. But don't quote me on that. I'm still learning about all of that. And like I said, if you want to catch the Eternal Darkness Aftermath episode, it should be up. It would have came out yesterday at 5 a.m. on all platforms. Oh, woo! I'm out of breath. I had a lot more to say about that game that I thought I was going to. I'm not gonna lie. But as this release, it is morning, and I would assume if you're listening to this, you are most likely probably at work. So have yourself a great work day. I know you don't want to be there, but money needs to be made. And remember, if you're going to be an ass, be a badass. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And I'll see you Thursday over on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Oh, I wonder if we're going to get past that doll puzzle again. Probably not. I suck at puzzles.